All right, Facebook, how are you? This is Ron, and this is our Wednesday Facebook Live, and we're hopping on here. I'm gonna talk about my personal journey in becoming a personal trainer. So I wanted to share my story a little bit with you guys because I got a lot of new people on my Facebook page, and I wanted to share my story and how I became a personal trainer, how I went from being in the bars to being in the gym. Okay, so if you're on the live, go ahead and let's type in the comments hashtag live and give me a thumbs up on the video. Thank you. Is that Deb? Hi, Deb. Thanks for joining the video. Thanks for the thumbs up too. That's going to help get the video in front of other people. Oh, there's Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for the thumbs up. That's going to help get the video out in front of everybody. So hashtag live if you're live and give me a thumbs up. That'll get it in front of more people joining us on this video. And then also hashtag replay. Hashtag replay if you're watching this on the replay. Now, if you have questions or comments, go ahead and post them in the chat below, and I'll circle back at the end of the video and answer any questions that you have. But I figured tonight would be a good opportunity to talk about my story, how I got started as a personal trainer, but also, you know, I've been talking to a lot of people about getting started in their own fitness program. And so I felt like if I shared my story a little bit, that might encourage some people to kind of, you know, get started on their own and to understand, you know, we kind of go through the same emotions, the same, you know, we have similarities like that when we are starting something new. And, you know, like I said, I went from late nights in the bars to early mornings in the gym. And that really wasn't an easy transition, but I'm looking forward to sharing this story with you. Okay, so a lot of people on my Facebook know me as a personal trainer, okay? But there are a few people still on my Facebook that knew me back when I was a full-time musician. So I was a full-time musician here in Jacksonville for about 7 years, played at bars, did parties, things like that, you know, and so that was kind of my life for about 7 years. And I started, you know, kind of making that transition for myself to become a personal trainer around the age of 40. At 40, you know, I don't know about you. Most people I know aren't making that quite of a change at the age of 40. Never knew that. Yeah, Teresa, absolutely. So I started my journey right around the age of 40 becoming a personal trainer. So that's a little bit unusual. Okay. Now, I did have a previous career in television. That was what I studied in college. And I worked in the television industry probably about 14 years. Got laid off and then, you know, took the severance money and became a musician. So that's kind of how I ended up there. But as a full-time musician, I spent a lot of late nights in the bars and the restaurants, not just Friday and Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then we were back to the next weekend. You know, late nights, drinking, smoking cigarettes, all right? I used to smoke. I smoked cigarettes for probably about 20 years. Not working out, obviously, and not eating well. They kind of go hand in hand. So that was my life prior to becoming a personal trainer, okay? So, you know, when we talk about transformation stories, this is a pretty significant one, but on any measure, not just because it's mine, but just for anyone to make that sort of drastic transition. So, but I realized that I had to make a change, and specifically the way that I was living and working as a musician, it was killing me. You know, I knew I had that feeling inside that I had to make a change. Have you ever had that feeling? If you have, hit that like button, hit that heart button, smash that button, and let me know if you've been there. When you realized deep down that, you know, you knew you needed to make a change, something had to be different, that you couldn't continue that way. That's how I felt when the thought of changing my life started to kind of creep in. I knew it was coming. So around 2010, I wanted to get healthy. My wife and I wanted to start a family. Being a full-time musician was not going to lend itself to being a great husband or a great dad long-term. You know, my wife was in school at the time. I was a musician. I was out late, working, that kind of thing. And so the idea of having a family was just not even in question. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for checking out the video. Thanks for jumping on. And so I needed to change, not just in my lifestyle, but in my occupation. As I'm looking at my notes, I needed to change in my occupation as well. So one of the things here's a couple of things that were standing in my way, and maybe you can relate to this. You know, I was struggling with old mindsets about making this transition. And, you know, I had scarcity mentality. I focused on lack, things like that. Okay. And so that was holding me back. I was holding myself back. I had a lack of information in education as far as making a transition, you know, as far as becoming a trainer, what was I going to need educationally, where could I go, where could I work, that kind of thing. I didn't know anything about the field, but I was going to make this commitment to transition into fitness. A lack of resources, money. How are we going to pay for this? How long is it going to take to create an income that could support our household? So there was a lot of things working against me, you know, and just to make the comparison, you know, I see a lot of people struggling with the same things when it comes to starting out, you know, working out or starting a new fitness program. You know, the old mindsets, the old ways of living, the old habits, running those old patterns. Sometimes it's environmentally in the household, the people, you know, the places inside the house, that chair that reminds you of eating late night, watching movies, you know, those kinds of things that are like triggers, right? So you're working against that, the information or misinformation when it comes to fitness. You know, that really holds people back when they're starting out with a fitness program, because they're not sure whether the information on the internet is true, whether it's accurate, whether it fits them for their specific situation. And, you know, a lack of resources, maybe hiring a personal trainer or a coach, you know, there's a cost to that. So maybe, you know, the resources aren't there to get somebody to teach and to train you in the ways of fitness to kind of get you going in your on your fitness journey. So, you know, there's a lot of parallels there, and that's why I thought telling this story tonight was going to be a good idea. You know, if you've been there, hit that like button again. Let me know. Have you been there? Have you struggled against old mindsets, or, you know, maybe some of the environmental triggers in your home is keeping you from you know, moving forward? Or maybe it's a lack of resources. Maybe you'd like to work with a trainer, with me or whoever, but sometimes, you know, because of the financial component, it's just not feasible. All right. So this meant that for me, making this transition, it meant that I needed to be focused. I needed to be active in my pursuit of changing my career and my lifestyle. And I had to be open-minded and engaged in this process to transition from being, you know, what I was as a musician to somebody who was fitness minded and committed to the lifestyle, you know. And so I see a lot of people when they want to make that transition with fitness and starting a workout, a weight loss program, they're sort of dabbling. They're kind of riding the fence, and it's not by any fault of their own, but sometimes the old ways and the old mindsets still kind of hold them back from where they could go if they were more open to the process. And it's just human nature, right? You only know what you know. But I see that as a professional, as a trainer, you're trying to help somebody along, and you see some of the old ways kind of holding them back. So to be fully committed, though, for me, I knew I had to jump both feet first in, fully immersed into becoming a personal trainer. I had that thought watching The Biggest Loser, the television program, if you remember that. my wife and I were marathoning The Biggest Loser on Netflix. And so, you know, we would just kind of marathon the seasons, and, you know, the show is exciting, it's fun, it's high energy, that kind of thing. And I just, you know, I had in my head, I was like, you know, I could do this kind of thing. I could do this. I could, not only do I love to work out, and there was a point previous in my life in my early 20s when I really worked out. I was active as a teenager. So I was, you know, I had that in my background, and I knew that I had a love for it. It was deep. It was buried deep down in there after all these years, but I knew it was there. And I was like, you know what? If I fully commit to being a personal trainer, now I would have to walk it out. I would absolutely have to walk out this lifestyle. I couldn't front. I'd be accountable to everybody and anybody that I saw. And especially, you know, running into clients around town, you know, if just anywhere somebody could see you. So I would be accountable to everybody. And we've got Lauren on here as well. Hi, Lauren. Thanks for checking out the video. And so I was like, I'm all in. I'm going to do this. And so that's kind of where the idea was born, you know, watching and marathoning The Biggest Loser on Netflix. Now, coincidentally, you know, 5 years later, 6 years later, I would become the lead or the head trainer for the Biggest Loser Resort program in Amelia Island. So that right there, I mean, that was such a thrill, but just the coincidence of that only confirmed to me that I was on the right path for myself. So that's kind of where the idea was born. Now, this obviously is not an easy transition. I felt overwhelmed. I felt anxious, I felt unsure, and even scared that this was not going to work. And remember, my wife was in school, I had a lot riding on this, and, you know, failure really wasn't an option because I had my family to support. Maybe you've been there. Have you been there? Smash that thumbs up button, that like button, if you felt scared or overwhelmed about starting a program or starting a workout regimen, because it's normal. It is absolutely normal. But, you know, with the help of a professional or with the right information or getting in the right group, like in group fitness, you know, you can really see yourself propelled forward into your journey, okay? So my journey continued. It took me to my first interview, and I got hired on my first interview at a gym in Atlantic Beach. So I was very thankful for that. But then once I got my first training job, everything changed. And so, and I'm looking at my notes because it's much easier for me to kind of just share this with you. When it was all said and done, I was able to quickly transition from musician to trainer in about 10 months. And it meant everything to my family. Now I was moving in the direction that we knew was going to benefit us in so many ways. And that's really the power and the magic of a healthy lifestyle and transforming your life by being active and making, you know, good food choices. That's the power of it. Yeah, it's great, you're gonna lose weight, but man, the impact on your family and the direction that moves them, I mean, that is immeasurable in my opinion. And that's why I did it, because I knew if I became a trainer, that would move us in a direction where we would prioritize our health, okay? You know, so now I could help people. Now I had a career path instead of being stuck. You know, and it was really just about having an open mind as opposed to a fixed mindset, having a plan and a strategy, okay? And then being flexible in that approach. Because sometimes having a plan and a strategy, we may find out that isn't the best way to go. And so we have to be able to be flexible and persistent and to continue to pursue and persist. And that made all the difference. So, and the same can happen for you in your own weight loss journey, okay? So there you go. That's sort of the synopsis of how I became a trainer, how I went from late nights in the bars to early mornings in the gym. And, you know, there's a lot of parallels to people starting out in fitness. And so I hope that provided some value to you. Hope you gave you some insight. I'm going to scroll back through here and see what we've got, who we've got on here. Okay, we saw Deb, Teresa, Vicky. Hello, Vicky. Thank you for watching. Thanks for checking out the video. Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for checking out the video. Chris. What's up, brother? And Lauren. Thank you so much for checking out the video. You had the best 6 a.m. restorative stretching yoga I ever did. We had some great classes there at the resort, Deb, man. Yeah, no, those were awesome. It was an amazing way to start the day and then go right into breakfast. Yeah, that restorative yoga was awesome. So there you go. There's my story. I hope that was helpful to you. If you have any questions or comments, if you're on the replay, post them in the chat below. Just wanted to mention we got one spot left in our VIP 6-week slim down. It's a Fall into Fitness 6-week slim down. 6 weeks, lose up to 15 to 20 pounds. Easy to follow program, coaching with me. We can get you going. We got about 9 weeks until 2021. So don't wait till then. You can get started now. Let me know in the comments, slim down, type slim down if you'd like more information, and I'll send you a message through Instant Messenger and we'll get you started. We'll get you more information. All right. So 6-week slim down, Fall into Fitness 6-week slim down, one spot left. Could be yours. Slim down, type slim down in the comments and we'll get you more information. All right. Appreciate you all checking out the video. I hope you enjoy your Wednesday evening. I am going to be doing in November a regular Wednesday night Facebook Live video. So stay tuned to my Facebook page for these videos. And again, thank you so much for checking out the video. It really means a lot to me. And I hope you all are well and we'll talk to you soon. All right. Take care.